And one thing I am going to address here is about energy. And the book that this is all about the book really we'll finish. I have to finish by the end of the year. But basically energy is how I read all of you. Okay? A few of you have never had a reading with me, 3 of you, right? The rest have. Okay, let me explain what 4 of you. There's a claircognitive is, do you know what a claircognitive is? You don't, okay. A medium communicates with people on the other side, okay? So somebody's passed it. A psychic sees the future only, which I know that you know about, but basically it's the future. I'm going to beef about that. A clairaudio receives messages through hearing. A clairsentient feels it. A clairvoyant sees it. Okay, so those are basically what it is. And so everything I get in taste and I get in smell sometimes. So each one is different regarding the reading. All right. Some.
There's
11. You're kidding. That's interesting.
At least for the moment, it's weird.
Yeah.
Somebody else might show up.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know that 2 others, 2 definitely are coming, and the others, there are 2 more, the grandson and everything. So that's kind of weird, but I'm not surprised. Okay, I'm going to cover any questions before I start. No, it's okay. I am open to them. Okay, I actually mentioned this on a radio show in September, and it came up, why is 11, 11, 11 so, why is everybody putting so much emphasis on 11, 11, 11? Okay, now who's here, who has heard of Dale Carnegie? Okay, Edgar Casey, and all of that ilk in the 1940s and 50s. All right, and the secret, whether you believe it or not, quite frankly, is that we rehash Dale Carnegie and all of that, whoever's really read Dale Carnegie. So it's the Hollywood version, and oh yeah, I've discovered this, but really they've read something else and they've worked on it. So I'm not too impressed with the secret. I know a few of those guys myself. Okay, so, and if you don't know me by now, I just don't mess around. I'll be brutally honest. If you don't like it, sorry, but there's the door. This is how I am, okay? I'm not being mean, I'm just being my honesty, okay? So very basically, why, at that time, in the 40s and 50s, they had to, why Edgar Casey was so huge, Dale Carnegie, and Andrew Carnegie too, by the way, was an incredible industrialist, I don't know if you've heard of him. But they all had lessons that people actually got to acknowledge and listen to and understood. They found a kind of parody. Have you read them? No? Incredible. How to Win Friends, Influence People. But that's actually, it's nothing to do with reading that. It was far more intense. Think and Grow Rich. You must have heard.
That's Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, Napoleon Hill. And those are all that same group of people. That's an incredible book. And also
Joseph Murphy also.
Max Maxwell Schwartz, incredible book. So anyway, these are all these books that really did inspire them at that time. So come, I don't know, I guess The Secret came out in the late 90s, thousands or something. But now, why that was a huge success, because it appealed to the people of that ilk and age, okay? Because we're now more visual. You should know that in the teenagers that, no, now we're going to pick on you because you're the youngest here, until somebody else comes in. But, you know, you're more visual. You know, you're tweeting, you're going, you know, you're texting and everything. It's all visual, the YouTubes, the web and everything else. So they had to appeal to that generation where we're far more visual, so that's why The Secret was so big, okay? And in other words, what's happening is generations will find what they are attuned to or they are open to, all right? And that is why spirit, more or less, you found it more, you're finding, oh gosh, look, 11, 11, 11, or 12, 12, or whatever these significant numbers are. So it's really a raising of your awareness. Do you see that? And it is fascinating, quite frankly, but it's also Spirit's kind of, I would say, humorous way of saying, you who knock knock, you want to look at what's going on? And even logics are doing this. Now, I'm going to go briefly about, I don't think some of you heard me speak about logics and emotionals. Do you know what I mean? No? Okay, let me go. A huge portion of the book is split into logics and emotionals. Now, a lot of people will say, well,